Hi, Naomi Suzanne from Naomi's Home Health. So what is the true cause of acid reflux? Now, there's a lot of confusion around this. You might get several different reasons from different practitioners or therapists or whatever of why you get acid reflux. It's not actually an acid. You don't have too much acid in your stomach coming up. It's a very different reason. So it's actually coming from a bacteria or toxins in the liver and sometimes in the small intestinal tract. It's directly related to a weakened liver and bacterial growth. So if you have a weakened liver, which you would have, a lot of us have a weakened liver at the moment these days because of toxicity, the food we eat, stress. Like there's a lot of things going on in our bodies these days, and it overburdens the liver. So then when we have this growth of bacteria in there, it can come up our digestive tract. So the bacteria produces an acid that mimics gastric acid. So the acid is not produced by the stomach at all. It's produced by the bacteria that you have too much of in your liver. So when you have this bacteria and toxin-based acid coming up, and it's causing heartburn, it means you have a lack of hydrochloric acid in your gut. So hydrochloric acid is what kills bacteria normally to stop heartburn. But when you have a lack of that hydrochloric acid, it's not going to kill off that bacteria that you've got coming out of the liver and the toxins, that are coming out of your liver. So it's going to be coming up your digestive tract and interfering and, giving you that heartburn and acid reflux feeling. So hydrochloric acid is a good acid, and the bacteria that produces the acid is a bad acid. So we need more of the good acid to kill off the bad acid. Does that make sense? Just drop it in the comments. I know there's a lot of different things. We talk a lot about gut health today, and a lot of naturopaths and different natural therapists will say you've got to heal your gut, you've got to focus on your gut. But your gut is weakened because of your liver is overburdened, and there's a lot of different things going on in your liver at the moment. So it's not actually a gut issue. If you start working on the liver, your gut will fall into place. So when you're hearing a lot about gut health and do this and do that, take a step back and work on the liver health. So, so weakened digestion is, like I said, due to an overburdened liver, and it can't produce enough bile, like that liver's not producing enough bile, which then the stomach then overproduces the hydrochloric acid to compensate, and this taxes the organs. So then when you get this bacteria, it's produced too much hydrochloric acid previously, and then it's not going to produce enough in the right area where you need it. So things that you can do is strengthen the hydrochloric acid, building up the hydrochloric acid in the gut. And the answer to that is celery juice, cayenne pepper, cutting out processed foods, lemon water, half a lemon squeezed in water on an empty stomach in the morning, cutting out foods like gluten, because they feed the bacteria. Bacteria love foods like gluten, processed foods. They love toxic heavy metals. So it's really important to focus on that liver to kill off the bacteria and to help boost the hydrochloric acid in the gut. Celery juice is one of the best ways you can do that. So that's a very simple explanation of what acid reflux is. Please don't take apple cider vinegar to help that. Apple cider vinegar is another type of acid, and it dehydrates the liver and it prevents the liver from working properly. So in the end, you're causing another issue in your liver, and you're not going to be killing off the bacteria. There's a lot of talk about apple cider vinegar having good bacteria that kills it off. It's grown on decaying food. It's like alcohol. So it grows on decaying food. We want foods that got living water in it. Foods that are going to help with cellular repair, and foods that are going to hydrate us, and, foods that have got vitamins and minerals that are active, recently active, not foods that are decaying, rotting, and, I don't know how exactly all apple cider vinegar is made, but a lot of fermented foods have a lot of salt and sugar and things like that added to them. So it depends on what it is that you're having. But fermented foods were originally produced for storage reasons, because really, really cold countries couldn't grow food in winter months, so they store it this way. But it wasn't originally produced for gut health. It's actually quite dehydrating to the liver, particularly if you have an overburdened liver, which you probably do, like I said, these days. So if you have any questions, please send me a message or pop it in the comments and ask, because this is really important. It's so important to start working on the liver before gut health, and to, you know, start to remove foods that are feeding these issues in your gut, removing the toxins and adding in foods that are going to help heal us.